Welcome to this another episode of Chalk Talk. Today we are going to talk about how to give a demonstration and fail. In other words, how to give a demonstration and succeed or to avoid a demonstration. Now this talk is more relevant for our Typewin and NAS and other products, and this is specifically more relevant to our partners or the system integrators. Now let us take an example that you are supposed to give a demonstration for Typewin OS. You have approached one client, they are using Windows setup and they want to switch over to Typewin, and they have told you to give a demonstration. Take for example, they have set up like this, that they have one good application server. It can be Windows 2003 with terminal services running, and then they have this client machines. It can be any number of client machines. Just for simplicity, I am drawing only 4. Now consider that they have this terminal server, which is a Xeon server with 64 GB of RAM, quad core or 8 core, maybe whatever, very good configuration. They are running Tally and they are running a Tally which has a huge company, lots of voucher in it. And these are the clients, and these all clients are also i3, i5 and again i3, i5 like that. That means they have very high-end client machine. And this is the setup that they are running at present. Now the clients tell you that I need a demonstration of your setup, or I need a demonstration of your Typewin OS. So what people generally do is they will confirm with the party and then they will send their engineer to give the demonstration. Now the engineer reaches the client office, and now client people are very busy doing their own work. So what they do is they don't want to disturb this setup. So what they do typically is they will give one another old PC. They will ask the user to make this as a server, or they will ask you to bring in your laptop as a server, and then they will put another machine and then this is connected. Suppose if you install the application server here and this is the client machine, and this is typically i3 with say 2 GB of RAM. And now we install the Typewin application server here, the client machine is installed here, and then the customer tells one of his users to test it, whether it is running fine or not, whether it is giving you full speed or not. Now just imagine what will happen. These people have been using a server which is Xeon based, quad core with 64 GB of RAM, and now they are trying to test that same application on a Typewin application server which is running on i3, 2 GB of RAM, or maybe your laptop. And now if they compare this scenario or performance of this setup with this setup, it is 100% going to be a negative remark on the technology, unless and until they understand it properly. So now I think there is a problem with this idea. We need to change that. Otherwise, the ratio of your success of the demo is in strict trouble. So what do we do? There are two things that we need to understand in this. First is, let us try to understand why the customer wants POC, why the demonstration is required. There can be two things. Number one, he doesn't have confidence or trust in the technology or the vendor company who is offering the technology. And secondly, they might want to try out on their own scenario. So the best possible way to give a demonstration would be that you require a similar server of this magnitude and the similar setup. Then only two technologies can be compared. Otherwise, we are comparing a horse with a donkey, and that also a very old donkey, outdated, out-fashioned technology. So instead of doing that, something can be changed. Now, this issue can be addressed in two ways. First is it can be handled by a salesperson, and second is it can be handled by a technical person also. First, we'll check out what a salesperson can do to avoid this problem or avoid this demo itself. Number one thing that the salesperson can do is he can give references to the customer, or he can share the videos and case studies provided by Enjay to the customer. Another thing that can be done is the salesperson can try to understand this setup, the technical challenges in this while converting to Typewin OS, and you can always take help of our technical team. And before even committing anything to client, we can evaluate our technology ourselves, whether it will run successfully or not. And then we can propose to customer that you give us a conditional PO. Yes, a conditional PO that if this technology doesn't work, we will pay back you money. Instead of giving a POC, I suggest we give a CPO. That is, we don't want to give proof of concept, but we want to have conditional PO, purchase order. That has many advantages. One thing is, why you want POC? We can provide you references of clients already using this. We can show you videos how this product is being used by other people, or we can also give reference number or mobile numbers of the customers who are using this. So that makes a confidence building effort in the minds of customer. So instead of just talking to him and sending your technical person to give the demonstration, go a little bit extra. One step extra will save you a lot of effort. Give him all the details he wants, give him reference list, give him case studies, the videos that we have shared on the YouTube, that also you can show to him, and then tell him to give a conditional PO rather than giving POC. Now asking for a conditional PO, it might sound little difficult or awkward because you have never done so. लेकिन हर चीज का पहली बार होता है ना, बहुत कुछ लाइफ में पहली बार होता है. तो according to that, if we ask for a conditional PO, there might be little hesitation, but eventually the customer agrees to it. Now there is a huge advantage, as I said, in getting the conditional PO. Number one advantage is that both the parties become serious. The customer is serious, yes, they have given a PO and they want to implement it. And the system integrator also becomes serious because now this is the final implementation. Otherwise, in doing POC, you are going to do the entire thing twice. You are going to set up the entire thing once for the demonstration, and then once this is approved, you will again do this for the final setup. So instead of doing that, when we have a conditional PO, we are doing setup only once. Another huge advantage of doing conditional PO is that you get approval from the management also, this customer's management. Or we have seen many cases where the purchase department, the finance department is not even aware that our IT head is trying something new. And even if the demo is successful, you don't get the orders. I hope a lot of you will agree this. A lot of times we are given demonstrations, but the order doesn't come. Why? Because the finance team did not approve it, or purchase team said that no, we are not ready for it. So instead of that, go for a conditional PO. Don't give a POC. Yes, in ultimate times it is required where there is a very special case. It is required that you give a POC. But when you give a POC, instead of sending your most junior member here, I suggest and I request to send your most senior member here. So when you send a senior member, he can ask that, sir, I want a server which is similar to this. Then only you can compare. Your junior engineer will not dare to ask the customer to give me a server like this, but your senior person can do that. Another alternative to do is this, that you can take this customer to some of your clients, or give a reference number or phone number of some of your clients who have been using this successfully. So I hope this whole idea makes sense, lot of sense to you. Okay, so henceforth try to avoid the POC and do CPO, conditional purchase order. I hope this chalk talk has been useful to you, and if you think it has been useful to you and if you like it, please like it here. And also share this on your Facebook if you want to share it with your friends. Thank you.